Guys, to start off with, I'm going to use my L'Oreal Age Perfect Glow Renewal facial oils, and I'm going to be putting that all over my face, being very, very gentle. I'm going to be going in with my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer, and I'm going to be putting this all over my eyelids, just kind of helping decrease all the veins in my eyes and make sure I just kind of have a fresh, clean palette for all of my eyeshadow I'm going to be doing. So yep, I'm just dabbing that on with my finger and making sure it's blended in. I'm using one of my favorite palettes, the Stila in the No palette, and the color Desert. I'm going to be using that as my transition color and blending it in with my Sigma brush, and this is the E39. Taking the color Rain from the same palette and using my Sigma Firm Blender, and this is the E44, and this is going to be going directly into my crease. This is where we really want to start making sure we're blending very, very well because we don't want it to look messy, so make sure there's no harsh lines. A dark eye look, you really want to make sure you're keeping all the colors on your crease or below. You don't want it to get higher into that transition color because then it looks really messy. If it does, just make sure it gets blended out. I many times have gotten it way too high, and I just blend, and sooner or later it'll look good. For lid color, I'm using the color Earth and the Sigma shader lid brush. This is the E56, and I'm just going to be packing this all over the lid. Make sure you try and not go any higher than your crease, but if you do, not a big deal, we'll just blend it in later. So yep, just pack that in nice and dark on your lid and make sure that there's no spots or anything like that. You can spray some Max Fix Plus on there to maybe make it a little bit darker, because when you get eyeshadows wet, they tend to just look a little bit more deep. So yep, just packing that all over the lid. After that, I'm going to be taking the Sigma Buff and Blend, the E39 again, and I'm just going to be taking this and blending that color into my crease, making sure there's no harsh lines and making sure both of the colors are just really well blended together. Next, Full Coverage Concealer and the Sigma Shader E56. Again, I'm going to be taking this, and this is going to be my under the brow highlight. I'm also going to be doing another color over it, but for now I'm just going to be cleaning it up, and I just feel like concealer is a really, really pretty under the brow highlight to start off with. So yep, just make sure it's blended in and it's beautiful. Then to finish off the under the brow highlight, I'm going to be taking Wind and just using the same shader brush and just making sure that under the brow highlight is very bright and nice and pretty. And I've already done eyeliner for you. If you guys want a full eyeliner video, I can totally do that for you. Just let me know. For foundation today, I'm using the new Covergirl True Blend, and I am in shade M6. And I'm just putting that all over my face with my fingertips, and then I'm going to be taking my Real Techniques sponge that's really dirty, and I really need to get a new one. And I got it wet, so I'm just blending it out and making sure it's very flawless and no choppiness or unevenness. I know it looks kind of dark on me, but I'm trying in the midst of tanning and getting ready for spring, so my neck is kind of a little bit darker because I just recently got a spray tan, so that is why I'm going a little bit darker on the foundation. For concealer, as usual, I am using my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in NW20, and I'm just putting this underneath my eyes in an upside down triangle, and then blending it out with my Beauty Blender. For pressed powder today, I'm using the Covergirl True Blend, and this is the Translucent Fair. I think it's the very, very lightest color. And I'm using my tapered brush from Sigma, and I'm just going to be putting that on my T-zone, underneath my eyes, and just setting everything and making it just look flawless and airbrushed finished. For my contour today, I'm using NARS Casino and then this contouring brush from Sephora that I bought a while ago, and I absolutely love it for contouring. I think it just really blends well and it gives a really, really strong contour, but later on after I clean it off, it blends really, really well. Then going in with this BH Cosmetics really big stippling brush, I'm going to just be blending everything in, making sure there's no harsh lines with the contour. You want to make sure you're blending it in really well. Then I'm going to be taking this brush from NARS, I do not remember what this is called, and just kind of contouring my nose and making sure it looks a little bit more defined. Blush today, I'm using this light pinkish beige color, and I'm going to be putting that all over my cheeks with this angled brush that I got from Rite Aid. And then after that, I'm going to be taking more of a darker orange color from the palette, and I'm just going to be putting that back up by my ear, and it's just, since it's a dark color, it's just going to give more of a pretty contoured look. And then going in with this 6 blush palette from BH Cosmetics, and it's the contouring and the blush palette. I'm going to be using the 2 lightest colors. The first one has more of like a yellow tint, so I'm going to be putting that again just over and setting everything. This is just going to make everything look more flawless. I'm going to kind of be touching up underneath my contour and my blush to make sure that that doesn't look too dark down there. And then I'm going to be using the lightest color, and that's kind of going to be my highlight today. I'm not going to be doing any type of shimmery highlight today. And then after that, I'm just going to be doing a little bit of brows. I'm going to be using the BH Cosmetics, the Flawless Brow Kit, and my Sigma angled brush. And yep, here's just a little clip of me doing my brows. If you also want an in-depth video of that, I can do that as well. Then I'm just going to be touching up the under the brow highlight to make sure it's still bright and blended in really well. After that, I'm going to be going back in with Earth, and I'm going to be putting this underneath my lash line and just making sure that it's nice and smudged out. So I'll be using a smudger brush and just making sure that this is just finishing off the look, because with smoky look you always want something underneath your bottom eyelashes, and that will just make your smoky eye just look amazing. I don't want this look to be too dark. I'm going to be taking a white pencil and putting that in my waterline. This is just going to be brightening up the look, but also have that sultry smoky eye look. I'm lining my lips with the NYX color in Plum, and then I'm going to be using the Kate Rimmel lipstick, and it is in Rossetto Rouge, I think it's called. And yep, this is just going to finish off that look and just give it that nice, beautiful, sultry look, and I just think a red lip really complements a smoky eye. I was editing this video, I realized that I completely forgot mascara altogether. I forgot to put it on, I forgot to film it. So please do not skip this step like I did. Please make sure those lashes look long and beautiful and that you lather that on. So please forgive me for not doing that. This is the finished look. I hope you enjoyed my video as much as I enjoyed making it for you, and I hope you have a wonderful day. I will see you on my next video. Bye.